continent breathes beneath a ceiling of storm. An endless green ocean stretches across South America, rising in waves of foliage that shimmer under heat and rainfall. From above, it appears calm. Step inside, and the illusion dissolves. Thunder rolls without warning, vibrating through trunks thicker than ancient stone pillars. Lightning fractures the sky, igniting the horizon in white veins of fire. Rain falls in warm, relentless sheets, hammering leaves and swelling rivers within minutes. Here, storms are not interruptions. They are the pulse of existence. The Amazon rainforest is more than wilderness. It is a planetary engine. For over 50 million years, this living labyrinth has drawn carbon from the air and sealed it within bark, root, and soil. Each leaf operates like a solar panel, converting light into stored energy. Each root system acts as a lung, inhaling and exhaling through the earth. Together, they regulate weather patterns far beyond their borders. Spanning over 2 million square miles, the forest shelters nearly 1 in every 10 species known to science. Many remain unnamed. Some live entire lifetimes without touching the ground. Others survive in soil so dense and dark that sunlight has never reached them. Life here does not simply grow, it competes. The forest floor exists in perpetual twilight. Less than 2% of sunlight filters through the canopy above. In this dim world, survival demands innovation. Fungi glow faintly against rotting logs. Insects disguise themselves as leaves, bark, even bird droppings. Predators move without sound, guided by scent and vibration rather than sight. Above, the canopy forms a second world suspended in green light. Branches weave into highways where monkeys leap with effortless precision and birds flash through gaps like living embers. Epiphytes cling to trunks, drinking moisture directly from the air. Every inch of space is occupied. Yet beauty here is never without danger. Storms uproot giants that have stood for centuries. Floodwaters swallow entire stretches of forest, transforming paths into rivers overnight. Lightning sparks fires that consume what rain once nurtured. Creation and destruction operate side by side, inseparable. Along a muddy bank at dusk, capybara gather to drink. The river appears still. It is not. Beneath the surface, muscle coils with ancient patience. The jaguar watches from shadow, its rosetted coat fracturing sunlight into camouflage. Unlike most big cats, it embraces water, swimming across flooded channels and stalking along riverbanks where prey seek relief. Its bite is among the most powerful of any feline, capable of piercing skull and shell alike. Power here is not loud, it is deliberate. One jaguar may patrol dozens of miles, mapping territory through scent and memory. It walks invisible corridors known only to itself. The Amazon is not ruled by dominance, it is governed by balance. A balance written in rain, root, and claw, sustained by the endless breath of green. The Amazon is more than what walks its forest floor. Above the shadows rises a vertical empire layered in light and motion. The canopy, suspended nearly 200 feet above ground, forms a living roof that reshapes wind, filters rain, and divides the forest into worlds stacked upon one another. Here, gravity feels negotiable. High in the emergent trees where crowns pierce open sky, the harpy eagle waits. Broad-winged and crowned with dark feathers, it surveys miles of green from a single perch. Silence defines its power. When it launches, the air barely stirs. Wings fold tight as it threads through branches with impossible precision, navigating gaps no wider than its own body. Its talons rival a bear's claws in size and strength. With them, it seizes monkeys mid-leap and lifts sloths from branches without warning. The strike is swift, economical, final. Nests built high in towering kapok trees may last generations, reused by successive pairs who return to the same aerial fortress year after year. Below the eagle's domain, movement slows to another rhythm entirely. Wrapped in green filtered light, the sloth clings to its branch with curved hooks for claws. Its fur hosts symbiotic algae that tint it faintly emerald, transforming the animal into an extension of moss and leaf. Moths live within that fur, feeding and breeding in a miniature ecosystem sustained by stillness. Once each week, the sloth descends in deliberate silence. The journey down its chosen tree is careful and exposed, yet essential. At the base, it deposits waste that fertilizes the very roots supporting its home above. Then it climbs again, closing a perfect ecological circle. Sound, not speed, governs the next realm. At dawn, the howler monkey's call shatters the mist. The roar carries nearly 3 miles, vibrating through branches like rolling thunder. A hollow hyoid bone within its throat amplifies breath into resonance, turning air into territory. Rival troops answer from distant crowns, mapping invisible borders across the canopy without ever crossing paths. Color becomes currency here. Scarlet feathers flash between leaves, emerald scales vanish against vines, gold glints in filtered sun. The toucan embodies this vivid strategy. Its enormous bill, banded in orange and yellow, appears decorative but functions as a radiator, releasing heat through a network of blood vessels that cool the bird in midday humidity. Lightweight and hollow, the bill reaches fruit beyond the grasp of others. Berries are plucked, tossed, swallowed whole. Seeds pass unharmed through the digestive tract, carried miles before being returned to fertile ground. Above the forest floor, every movement carries consequence. Predators shape prey, prey shape plants, plants reshape the air itself. This suspended kingdom is neither fragile nor forgiving. It is engineered for precision, where beauty is camouflage, sound is boundary, and survival unfolds in layers measured not in feet, but in altitude. Beneath the towering trunks and suspended kingdoms above, another civilization thrives in darkness and discipline. It does not roar or flash bright colors. It marches. A single column of leafcutter ants advances across the forest floor, each worker carrying a fragment of green held high above its body. From a distance, the line appears ceremonial, like a moving garland of leaves. Up close, it reveals precision. Every ant follows a chemical highway laid down moments before, antennae tacking, correcting, maintaining formation. The leaves are not food, they are currency. Deep underground, chambers extend downward in spirals and vaults, some colonies spanning the size of a small house. Within these humid halls, ants cultivate fungus gardens. The harvested leaves are chewed into pulp, forming beds where specialized fungi grow. The colony feeds not on the plant itself, but on the fungal bloom it sustains. It is agriculture perfected over millions of years. Workers trim mold. Soldiers guard entrances with armored heads. Queens, massive and immobile, produce millions of offspring across a lifetime that can exceed a decade. Every individual functions as a cell within a larger organism. The colony thinks collectively. Conflict is inevitable. When rival colonies intersect, the forest floor becomes a battlefield. Mandibles clash, chemical alarms flood the air, casualties are carried away or dismantled where they fall. Efficiency extends even to death. Yet ants are not the only empire here. Beneath rotting logs, termites erect cathedrals of clay and saliva. Their towers regulate temperature with internal vents and corridors, maintaining climate stability in a world of violent rain and blistering sun. Inside, pale workers consume cellulose, recycling fallen wood into soil nutrients that sustain new growth above. Decomposition is not decay, it is transformation. Even the smallest sting carries consequence. The bullet ant patrols tree trunks with deliberate calm. Nearly an inch long, armored and black, it defends its territory with a venom ranked among the most painful known to science. The sting does not fade quickly. It radiates, burns, pulses for hours. For some indigenous communities, enduring that pain marks a rite of passage into adulthood. Here, suffering has meaning. On a single fallen branch, life competes in miniature. Beetles bore into bark. Spiders suspend geometric traps between twigs. Parasitic wasps inject eggs into living hosts, their larvae consuming prey from within. What appears chaotic is tightly structured. Energy never rests. Every fallen leaf becomes nourishment. Every carcass becomes foundation. Microbes, unseen by the human eye, dismantle tissue molecule by molecule, returning elements to the soil where roots wait to reclaim them. In this hidden realm, scale deceives. The smallest architect may influence the fate of acres. Remove the ants and forests thin. Remove the termites and nutrients stall. Remove the microbes and life suffocates beneath its own remains. The Amazon's greatest power is not only in its predators or towering trees. It is in these unseen engineers whose silent labor sustains the entire breathing continent. From the Andes, where glaciers fracture under equatorial sun, a trickle of meltwater begins a journey east. It gathers strength from tributaries, carving valleys and sweeping sediment across a continent. What starts as a narrow mountain stream becomes the largest river system on Earth. The Amazon River does not flow quietly. It moves with authority. Carrying more water than the next 7 largest rivers combined, it discharges into the Atlantic with such force that fresh water pushes miles into the sea. From above, the plume stains the ocean brown, a visible signature of continental power. During the rainy season, the river swells and spills beyond its banks, transforming forest into mirror. Entire ecosystems adapt to this rhythm. Fish navigate among submerged trunks. Pink river dolphins weave between branches that only months earlier held monkeys and birds. Trees such as the Varza species withstand weeks of inundation, their roots anchored against currents that would uproot lesser growth. Flood and retreat define life here. In the shallows, piranha patrol in flashing schools, their reputation sharpened by myth but grounded in efficiency. They are opportunists, responding to vibration and scent. Nearby, the black caiman drifts with only nostrils and eyes exposed, armored in scales that have endured since the age of dinosaurs. Beneath opaque water, electric eels generate pulses strong enough to stun prey and deter predators. The current is invisible, yet decisive. Along the banks, communities rise on stilts, designed for fluctuation rather than permanence. For generations, indigenous peoples have navigated these waters, reading subtle changes in current, wind, and wildlife. Their knowledge maps a living system more accurately than satellite images alone. Yet pressure builds at the horizon. Roads slice into forest once unreachable. Sections are cleared, burned, converted. Smoke columns rise where green once absorbed sunlight. With each hectare removed, stored carbon returns to the atmosphere, altering the balance the forest maintained for millennia. Scientists warn of a threshold, a tipping point, where rainfall patterns shift and sections of rainforest transition into dry savanna. The engine that regulates climate could falter. Still, resilience persists. In recently cleared soil, seedlings emerge. In protected reserves, wildlife corridors reconnect fractured habitat. International efforts attempt to value standing forest not as obstacle, but as infrastructure, vital, irreplaceable. The Amazon is not merely scenery, it is system. It influences rainfall in distant cities, stabilizes atmospheric chemistry, and moderates global temperature. Remove it, and consequences echo far beyond South America. At dusk, mist rises once more from the river's surface. Macaws cross the sky in pairs. Somewhere along a shadowed bank, a jaguar returns to drink, its reflection fractured by current. Danger and beauty remain inseparable. The Amazon endures not because it is gentle, but because it is balanced. A vast, breathing network of storm, river, root, and claw. Unreal in scale, unmatched in complexity, and still unfinished.